I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Once again, I'm out in the garage working on my Mk2 Escort. Now, in the previous episodes, I sprayed my interior and it come out so well. I was over the moon, to say the least. And in this video, I'm going to be finishing off the inside by prepping and spraying the dashboard. I've put some cardboard down for now just to protect the new paint. Put some old Tesco's bags up there as well. Here is the dashboard in question. Now, I will say from the start that I didn't actually weld in this dashboard. It was the previous owner. So I've gone over a couple of bits of welding that just needed doing. But there is a little section that's been really annoying me and I need to get it sorted. Now, that piece I'm referring to is this. I'm not sure why there was a hole there before, but there clearly was. And yeah, someone's tried to fill it up by just putting weld upon weld upon weld, and it just looks horrible. So the first job, I think, is going to be grinding this back and seeing what's going on. I really don't want to cut it out, if I'm completely honest, so I might just grind it back until it's all metal and then put a light skim of filler over it, because I'm going to be using the sports trim that goes all the way from along here and then goes round this heater vent. I'll insert a clip now so you know what it looks like. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, that bit of trim just covers all of this dodgy section, but honestly guys, I couldn't live with myself if I just covered it up with a bit of trim, because if I don't like that trim, then I can always take it off and I'll still have a really nice presentable dash. I've got to do everything properly, I can't hide anything. As we look round other sections of the dash, this top bit's alright. The only thing you might notice is a couple of these fins here just aren't lined up properly, so I need to get some pliers in there and just really go about tweaking them and making sure they all look in line and symmetrical like these ones. But yeah, that's another job that I need to do. Coming along here, it's all really good, to be honest. It's all neat and tidy. The same as here where the clocks sit. Now, the only other thing I can think of off the top of my head that's wrong with this dash is that this section is just not completely straight. I can feel a couple of bumps in it. I don't think it's a brand new dash, so yeah, I'm gonna have to put a skim of filler over this just to level it all up. But if I'm being completely honest, the camera is doing it justice at the moment. It doesn't look too wavy, but it is in person, so you'll have to trust me with that one. I did talk about in the last video what colour I should paint the dash, whether I should go with the standard black or do it beige, as I was debating, and yeah, you guys will have to wait and see to find out what I've decided. Anyway, I'm going to start getting on with them couple of jobs that I've just mentioned. Well, I've just achieved everything I didn't want to do and started to get the Escort dusty again. It's alright though, because I've painted it now, it'll all just hoover off. What I've been doing is just prepping up this area that we're going to be working on, and I've also ground down that bit of welding, and to be fair, it's actually not that bad when you grind it all back. Yeah, it's not the best, it's just weld upon weld, but I can work with that. I put a light skim of filler over the top and hopefully be able to get away with it. There's also a few little marks on this line here. Don't know if you can see them. There's sort of one there, couple here. So I'm gonna just run a very, very light bit of filler over the top of them just to try and neaten them up. And yeah, same with this area, just a really light skim. I will say this now, I've not done much bodywork before. I'm a mechanic by trade, so anything I'm doing now is just bits I've picked up. Yeah, just gonna make up the filler and just block it down and kind of use a little bit of what Taylor's taught me when we done the engine bay. This is how the dash is looking now. All the filler's gone off. I bought one of these sanding blocks. I use these with Taylor and yeah, they're just really helpful to keep everything flat. I've got some 180 sandpaper that I'm gonna whack on it and just, yeah, try and block this down. As I say, guys, I've never really done body work. It's not something I specialise in, but I'm gonna have a go, and seeing as a bit of trim goes over it anyway, yeah, we're just gonna see what happens. That is the dash pretty much all prepped now. I've really focused hard on trying to get these fins nice and straight again, and I think I've been very successful. I'm really happy with them now. Hopefully there's a noticeable difference on the video as well. Anyway, on this section, I put that skimmer filler on last night and just spent a couple of hours perfecting it. I sprayed some primer before I went in, and then I came out here today and I just saw a few spots I wasn't happy with, so I've gone over that again, and yeah, I've just prepped up the rest of the dash. So now we're gonna whack a good thick coat of primer down. Well, it looks a little bit different in here, mainly because I'm protecting the doors, because I need to spray the inside of the dash as well as the outside, and when I spray it's going to be aiming out here, so I don't want it to go over the door cards and that. When I was spraying the floor, I just held up a bit of cardboard while I sprayed them areas, but yeah, now it's going to be aiming directly towards them. I've masked up the doors. Top of the dash is looking really good now. I've fiddled about with these vents for so long and I've got them pretty much bang on. I'm happy with them now. Slight little ripple there, but you know what, that is the best I can do, and I don't think they look bad at all. As for this front section, I've now completely filled it and blocked it down. As you can see, that line goes very smoothly along. Apologies for these two marks on the camera, it's just reacting to the bright lights above. But yeah, this is literally all ready for some colour now. So without further ado, let's get this dash sprayed. Don't mind me, I'm just getting carried away now. Oh no, he's lost his head and he's actually sprayed his dash beige. Yes guys, I've done it, and I'll tell you why in a minute, but I just want to say thank you for your opinions and views on what colour I should have painted the dashboard, because yeah, it was really good to hear everyone's opinions in the comment section of the last video and on Facebook and Instagram. Just loads of people telling me what they thought I should do. But you know what, I went with my heart and I went for a beige dashboard. It's not like me, and it's not like a massive whoa out there kind of thing, but let me just explain to you quickly why I went for a beige dashboard. Now, as I briefly mentioned in the start of this video, I'm going to be running the bit of trim that goes on the dashboard. Now, I'm going to be running this along with the top part of the dash, I think it's called a dash topper, and obviously the clocks as well. Now, if I ran all of them with the black dash, then it would look something like this. Now, don't get me wrong, this really looks good and it's how the Escorts come out of the factory, but I'm going to insert another picture now, and this is what I want mine to look like. See, you can just tell, like, it's not too in your face, there's just little bits of blue shining through. I mean, most of the dash is still black, but yeah, I just wanted to put my little touch on it. I think if I didn't have that main bit of trim on the dashboard, then it would be a little bit too much. But yeah, I've went for it, and yeah, the dashboard is now beige. But no, honestly guys, thank you for sharing your views with me, because I had some good conversations with people, and yeah, I just opted for the beige in the end. Some people said it might reflect the sunlight into my eyes a bit more because it's glossy rather than satin black, but I just have to deal with it. It's not like I can't change it in the future, and yeah, I thought let's just do something slightly different. Anyway, if last video didn't feel like a big milestone, this definitely does, because the fact that the dash is now sprayed means I can get the whole interior built up. I can get the front window back in, that's never been in the car during my ownership, and yeah, start getting the dash built up, get the carpet in, seats in and whatnot. I've already been through that in the last video. But more importantly, I've now purchased a new cross member. Here is said cross member. The difference between this one and the one that came with the car is the one that came with the car had a massive cut in it because someone fitted a Z-Tech to this car previously, and obviously that would have ruined the structural integrity. So I was looking for a standard subframe, and a bloke 5 minutes down the road from me had one, so happy days. The fact that I've now purchased one of them means I can get the engine back in. I need to order the sump from Burton Power, and yeah, I'm just gonna really get things kick-started with this car. I want to get it on the road for May, as I've been saying, but it's not going to be finished by May. So if you see it at a car show or a car meet this summer, just bear with it. The engine bay is going to be mint as well as inside, but the outside might be a little bit rough around the edges. So yeah guys, I've done a little bit more waffling in this outro because I'm aware the video isn't too long, but I just thought I'd like to share a few bits and bobs with you guys. There will be a couple of auction videos coming. I know people have been really enjoying them, so I'm trying to get to a few more auctions. It's really interesting for me as well. Once I've finished my Mk2 Escort, I'll definitely be purchasing a classic car from one of them. But for now, until May time, this Escort is my main priority. I'm going to be out here. It's very cold, but we're just dealing with it. If you did enjoy the video, please give it a like, and if you like what you see, subscribe to the channel to see more. Thank you all for watching, and until the next one, I'll see you guys later.